My child, attention. I told you this moment was coming. I whispered it to you in quiet seasons. I stirred it in your spirit when you felt something shifting but could not explain it. I let you sense it when everything around you looked delayed. Open your heart and pay close attention. Do not skip this. This is not just noise. Something significant has arrived. And that is why I am calling for your attention like this. I told you it would happen. And it has. There were times when you wondered if you were only dreaming about my promise. You did not always understand what I was planning. You were not sure about my timing. You asked yourself many questions, but I am not careless when I speak. I meant every word when I said it would happen. Now that you are here, this is finally your time. You asked for a sign. You asked for confirmation in prayer. You said, Lord, make it clear. If this is really from you, show me. You may have felt empty for a long while, but that was not silence. That was preparation. Now I can be heard clearly. I am not speaking in riddles. I am not speaking to someone else. I am speaking straight to you. Do you want to know why I chose you? It was never a mistake. It was never by chance. I did not look at a crowd and point without thought. I saw your heart. I saw your endurance. I saw how you did not give up, even when it would have been easier to walk away. I saw your humility in moments when you could have become bitter. No one else saw your quiet faith, but I did. I picked you not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. You were faithful in small ways. You kept going without needing to be seen. Others were chasing attention, but you were seeking understanding. Some rushed forward, but you waited until I said move. Some gave up in anger, but you stayed. You did not fully realize how important staying was, but I did. You thought you were stuck. You thought you were overlooked. You thought you were falling behind, but you were not stuck. You were being positioned. Getting ready is not always loud. Most of the time, it feels like delay. But delay does not mean denial. It means that timing is being perfected, and this is the season I have been building toward with you. I told you that something was changing. In small ways, you could feel it. An unease, a stirring, a feeling that what used to work no longer fit. That was not restlessness without cause. That was transition. I told you the wait would not last forever. You wondered how much longer. You were not sure if you had heard me right, but this is the time I spoke about. This is the change you sensed before you could see it. Do not move past this moment carelessly. Something real has arrived. Moments like this do not come all the time. Doors open for those who are ready to walk through. You are ready. Even if you do not feel like it yet, you are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. If you are seeing this, the time has come. Not too early, not too late, right on time. You may still have doubts. You may still wonder if this really applies to you. Waiting for a long time can do that. It can quietly wear down your confidence. But hear me now. I am not talking to someone else. I am talking to you. I chose you because of what you went through. In those long nights, I saw how strong you were without any applause. I saw you wake up each morning and keep moving even when your heart was heavy. I saw the times when you doubted everything, but still would not quit. You were shaped by that endurance. It made you stronger. It made you ready. If you feel this word is for you, I want you to do something simple. Click the like button on this video, not as a casual action, but as your declaration that you are awake and that you received this. Things that were meant to break you did not when life was hard. You did not become hard. You stayed soft. You could have closed your heart. Instead, you kept a small, quiet belief alive. Staying alive in faith is not weakness. It is the proof of resilience. I chose you because of the person you are becoming. You are not the same person who first prayed for change. You have grown in ways you do not yet fully see. You are more patient now. You are more grounded. You are more ready than you think. The seasons you did not enjoy made you capable of carrying what is coming without falling apart. Stay with me a little longer. I want to explain why this season had to go the way it did. It will explain the waiting. It will explain the silence. It will explain the refining. Nothing was wasted. When doors stayed shut, you thought something was wrong with you. You thought the long test would not pay off. But I was strengthening you. I was making your foundation deeper. I was aligning people in paths you could not yet see. You were not paused because you were unworthy. You were paused because you were being positioned. This is your time, not because you demanded it, but because you endured for it. This is your time, not because you forced it, but because you were formed for it. This is your time because heaven has marked it. When I say pay attention, it is because something has shifted in the unseen. When I say open your heart, it is because what is inside this moment belongs to you. When I say do not skip this, it is because alignment requires a response. You do not need to strive right now. You need to receive. You do not need to prove yourself right now. You need to trust. The striving season shaped you. The waiting season strengthened you. The silent season deepened you. Now, the revealing season begins. If you have been quietly holding on to a promise that felt too big to say out loud, today I am confirming it. The thing you barely dared to believe was still possible. It is still possible. The thing you have carried alone for so long, you will not carry it alone anymore. If you are seeing this, it is finally your time. Let that settle inside you. Not as hype or emotion, but as the truth. You were not forgotten. You were being prepared. I want to take a moment and walk you back through something. Think about the season you were in 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. You were not the same person. You look different on the inside now. You respond differently. You carry things differently. You see with eyes that had not yet been opened back then. You did not get here by accident. Every lesson, every loss, every hard night taught you something, and what you learned became a part of who you are. That growth is real, and it prepared you for exactly this. Pay attention now, not after. Not when you feel more ready, right now. This is not a message to have in the background. This is not something to half hear while your mind is somewhere else. This is a moment that requires your presence. You were going about your day. I stepped in front of your routine because something in you was close to missing what I am doing. Your thoughts were elsewhere. Your attention was scattered, but I moved anyway, because this cannot wait. Something is lined up right now, and that is why I am speaking this clearly. You might feel a small pull to step away, a thought saying this is probably for someone else. You know that feeling well. That is how alignment gets missed. That is how seasons slip by quietly. But I am telling you the truth. Do not skip this. Not because I need your attention, because you need yours. Clarity does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it interrupts. Sometimes it steps in front of what is familiar and demands to be heard. This is that moment. Not because everything has already changed around you, but because awareness has arrived, and awareness changes direction before results ever do. I want you to do something meaningful right now. Post one word in the comments. Just one word that carries the weight of everything you have been waiting through. Type Amen, not as a religious habit, not just to be polite, but as your agreement with heaven, as your signal that you are here, and that you received this word during the long seasons of waiting. You learned how to keep going. Survival became familiar. You stopped expecting sudden shifts because they rarely came. That steadiness kept you from falling apart, but it also made you cautious. Now that something real is happening, your first instinct may be to doubt it, to quiet it down, to wait and see before you believe. I am interrupting that reflex right now. Pay attention. This is your time. There are seasons when doors do not stay open forever. When the timing aligns and the moment arrives, you have to respond. You have been getting ready for longer than you realize. You thought the preparation was punishment. You thought the silence meant you were forgotten. But the whole time, I was working. I was strengthening you from the inside so that when this moment came, you would not crumble under the weight of it. This is not about hype or an emotional rush. It is about recognition. Recognition that what you have been quietly carrying is real. Recognition that what I promised is unfolding. Recognition that the season is shifting beneath the surface. You asked me to be clear. You said you were tired of guessing. I am speaking plainly now. This is your time. You may not feel dramatic excitement. You may feel a calm seriousness instead. That seriousness is holy. It is the weight of timing saddling on you. It is the awareness that something is moving beneath what you can see. The way you carried the last season cannot carry over into this one. That is why this word is necessary. If I let you drift into what is coming without this clarity, you would misread it. You would hesitate when you should step forward. You would question when you should trust. This is not emotional persuasion. This is divine timing speaking directly. I need you to understand something before we go any further. There is a difference between a season of waiting and a season of receiving. You have been in the waiting season for a long time. You learned how to endure in it. You learned how to survive in it. But surviving and receiving are not the same posture. Waiting requires patience. Receiving requires openness. As you step into what is coming, I want you to practice opening your hands, not gripping, not grasping, not trying to control what I am releasing, just opening. What I have for you does not need to be forced. It is already prepared. It is already moving toward you. Your only job right now is to stay present and stay open. I want to pause here for just a moment before we go further. This channel exists because of a calling to reach people who are in the middle of seasons, just like the one you have been walking through. People who needed to hear that they were not forgotten, that the delay was not a verdict, that God was still working. Every message released here takes time and prayer and sacrifice to create. If this word has meant something to you today, if something in what you heard confirmed what your spirit has been quietly holding, I want to invite you to support this mission. Through the link in the pinned comment, you can give in whatever way feels right, whether that is buying us a coffee, making a one-time donation, or becoming a monthly member of this community. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you, a good measure pressed down, shaken together, and running over." What you sow into kingdom soil grows into a harvest you cannot yet see. Your generosity does not just sustain this work, it seeds your own next season. Every person who finds this channel in their darkest moment and hears the word they needed is reached partly because someone before them chose to give. That someone can be you today. The link is in the pinned comment. Take that step in faith. Now I want to speak to you about the waiting season. I want you to understand it fully, because you need to. I want you to see why it had to stretch that far, why the silence lasted that long, why so many doors stayed closed when you needed them open. It was never punishment. Every closed door had a reason behind it. Every delay was a layer being added to your foundation. You prayed for things early on that I did not give right away. Not because you were unworthy, but because you were still changing. It takes time to grow into depth. Patience cannot be taught in comfort. Integrity shaped by pressure cannot be built quickly. You learned while you waited. The silence became a mirror. You learned to stay calm when you did not have answers. You learned to keep going even with a strong desire to run. That is how character forms. That is how strength deepens. There were also times when I gave you small signs along the way, little reassurances, like markers on a path. A phrase that stopped you in your tracks. A moment that felt too precise to be random. A quiet inner knowing that said, something is shifting. Those moments were real. I placed them there, not to tease you, not to give false hope, but to remind you that you were not imagining it. You were not lost. You were not alone. I was walking with you through every step of the waiting. The delay also kept you safe. There were doors you begged to have opened that would have placed you in the wrong situation. There were relationships you tried to hold on to that would have cost you more than you understood at the time. What looked like rejection was redirection. What felt like loss was protection. I was guarding your future from being reached too soon. Timing is not just about convenience. It is about alignment. A season cannot begin until everything is ready. Your readiness must line up. The readiness of others around you must line up. The paths ahead must line up. Move one piece too soon, and the whole thing becomes unstable. You were growing in ways that could not be seen from the outside. Your emotional strength was being built. Your reactions were becoming steadier. Your thinking was becoming cleaner. These changes cannot be seen the way a new opportunity can, but they are worth more than any door that opens before you are ready to walk through it. Say this in your heart right now. I trust you, God, in every storm. And share this video if He has ever brought peace to something inside you that nothing else could reach. The delay also did something else for you. It made clear what you truly wanted. Some things you used to want with urgency have quietly lost their hold. Some goals faded because they were never truly yours to carry. They came from comparison or fear or the expectations of others. Waiting stripped that away. What remains is what is real. That clarity is a gift that motion alone could never give you. And I want to say something else, something I know you have needed to hear. You were not wrong to hope. You were not foolish to believe. You were not naive to hold on when everything around you said, let go. Hoping was not weakness. It was faith. Believing was not gullibility, it was trust. Holding on was not stubbornness, it was endurance. And I honored every moment of it. Every tear you shed while still choosing to believe counted. Every night you wrestled with doubt, but did not walk away counted. Every morning you got up and kept going when you did not feel like it counted. I saw all of it. I still see it. Some of the grief from those long seasons may still be with you. You may still feel a protective reflex when something good starts. A quiet racing for disappointment before it has even come. But I want to begin healing that reflex right now. You do not have to hold your heart closed to hope anymore. Hope that was delayed is not hope that was lost. It has only grown heavier with meaning. What you waited for is here. Because you carried it longer, it will settle more deeply. Because you paid more, it will mean more. You are now in a season where the waiting becomes the background of your testimony. When you look back, you will see that every pause, every silence, Every prayer that seemed unanswered was part of something larger. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was overlooked. Nothing was lost. I want you to subscribe to this channel right now before we go any further. Not for numbers, but for positioning. Every time a word is released here, I want you to be ready to receive it. When you subscribe, you are saying, I am staying. I am not drifting. I am planted where the word is flowing. Now, I want to speak directly to the question you have been carrying quietly for a long time. Why you? Why did I place this kind of weight on your life? What was the purpose behind everything you went through before I called you forward? It was not an accident. It was never about perfection. I chose you because of your endurance. Not loud endurance that wants to be noticed. Quiet endurance that keeps going when no one is watching. I saw you continue when your strength felt almost gone. I saw you hold yourself together when falling apart would have been easier. I saw you face what was in front of you on days when you felt completely unprepared. That kind of endurance tells me something about your heart. Many people begin strong. Not many people stay. You stayed. You went through seasons that could have made you bitter, but they did not. You were let down again and again, and you could have become closed, but you stayed open. You endured long periods of silence without walking away. Do you know how rare that is? Do you understand what it meant for me to watch you keep going when you had every reason to stop? There were moments when I saw you at your lowest. Moments when you were not sure if anything you were doing mattered. Moments when you asked if I was even there. And I was. I was there in every one of those moments. I was not distant. I was not distracted. I was watching and I was near, even when you could not feel me. That endurance is not weakness. It is resilience built in private. I chose you because of your humility. You never assumed you deserve more than others. You questioned yourself more than you blamed others. You asked what you could learn more often than you asked why this was happening. That posture of heart matters deeply. Humility makes room for growth. Pride closes doors. You kept your heart open even when you were exhausted. Humility allows me to shape you without resistance. It allows correction without collapse. It lets you release what no longer belongs to you. That is not a common thing. I chose you because of your hidden faith. Not faith that performs for people. Not faith that shouts its confidence in public. The kind that keeps a small flame alive, even when everything looks dark. The kind that holds on quietly when it costs something. You might have thought your faith was weak because it did not always feel certain. But faith that has survived doubt is stronger than faith that has never been tested. You doubted, you questioned, you wrestled, but you did not close your heart. There were nights when you were not sure what you believed. There were seasons when the words would not come and the prayers felt like they were going nowhere. But even in those moments, there was something in you that would not fully let go. That was not stubbornness. That was the work of my spirit, keeping a thread of hope alive in you. I breathed into that small flame again and again. I did not leave it to die. I tended it carefully, in the dark, when you could not see, and that hidden faith was enough. It always was. I chose you because of your resilience. You fell, and you got back up. You grieved, and you did not give up on living. You were lost at times, but you kept searching. Resilience is not the absence of breaking. It is the ability to bend without staying broken, and you bent many times without losing yourself. You have compared yourself to others. You have watched people move faster and appear more certain and seem more successful. You have wondered if your path mattered less because it took longer. Let go of that comparison right now. Speed is not the measure of selection. Substance is, I did not choose you because you were perfect. I did not choose you because you had no struggles. I chose you because your heart stayed soft when it could have hardened. You remained willing to learn. You refused to quit, even when the progress was slow. That willingness is what I hold in my hands and call strength. You made mistakes. You doubted yourself. You went in the wrong direction more than once. None of that disqualified you. If perfection were the requirement, no one would ever be chosen. I look at more than actions. I look at direction. I look at growth. I look at willingness. You chose to learn from your failures instead of repeating them. You were willing to say you were wrong. You chose to grow instead of staying where you were. That willingness is rare. You may think are stronger than you, smarter, more gifted, more capable. But you do not see what I see. I see depth shaped by pain. I see wisdom grown through waiting. I see patience that could not have been hurried. I see the compassion in you that was formed through your own suffering. I see the gentleness in you that came from knowing what it feels like to be broken. I see the understanding in you that no classroom could have taught. These things cannot be faked. They are formed through time and endurance, and you have kept going through all of it. I want you to look at your hands for a moment. The same hands that have worked quietly when no one was watching. The same hands that have been raised in prayer in the dark. The same hands that dried your own tears in private. In the comments, wherever you are right now, type these words: "My hands are ready." Not because everything feels certain, not because all the answers are clear, but because you are returning this moment to the one who chose you. Before we continue into what lies ahead, I want to take a moment to be honest with you about this ministry. The words you are hearing right now did not arrive easily. Behind every message on this channel, there are long nights of prayer, hours of seeking, and a deep commitment to making sure that what is released here carries genuine weight and not just empty words. This work is sustained by people who have been touched by it and who choose to invest in it. If something in this message has reached you today, if a word landed in a place that needed it, if your spirit was stirred or your hope was strengthened, I want to invite you to become a partner in keeping this light on. Through the link in the pinned comment, you can support this mission by buying us a coffee, making a donation, or joining as a monthly member. Your giving is not a transaction. It is a seed. Proverbs 1:25 says, "A generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." When you sow into a work that is bearing fruit in lives around the world, you are not losing something, you are multiplying something. Every seed planted here grows into a message that reaches someone who is still in the middle of their long season, still wondering if they were forgotten, still needing to hear what you just heard today. That is worth investing in. The link is in the pinned comment. Take that step now. Now I want to speak to you about what is ahead. Not just the next few days or weeks. I have been working on this plan since before you were born. I knew you before you took your first breath. I placed every gift inside you with intention, every passion you carry, every burden you feel for certain people or causes. It is pointing somewhere. There is an assignment behind it all. Your life is not too small to matter. Your life is deeply significant, but I want you to hear something more specific. I am not just speaking in generalities. I am speaking about your actual life, the one you are living right now, the one that has felt ordinary and unnoticed, and sometimes too small. That life is the one I chose. That story is the one I am writing. That path is the one I have been preparing. I did not need someone who had everything figured out. I needed someone who was willing to walk with me through the figuring out. You have been that person, you still are. The people I placed around you are being affected by you right now. The people who come after you will be shaped by choices you make today. The prayers you speak now reach further than you can see. Your love today grows in ways you will not fully understand on this side of heaven. The conversations you have had that felt small were not small. The kindness you showed when you were exhausted was not wasted. The moments when you chose to stay instead of leave, to give instead of take, to speak life instead of bitterness. Those moments rippled further than you will ever know. You have been sowing seeds in seasons when you could not see the soil. Now the harvest is coming. Do not underestimate the small and faithful things. They are not small to me. They are the foundation. They are the roots beneath what is visible. They are what makes everything above ground possible. The world rewards what can be seen. I reward what is hidden. You have been faithful in hidden things. Faithful when it was not exciting. Faithful when it cost you something. Faithful when no one was keeping count. That faithfulness is about to become visible in ways you have not expected. Not because you earned your way into it, but because you were willing. You chose surrender. You chose to keep showing up. You chose to keep saying yes, even when it was hard. Now I am making a way for you that no one can close. What I have set in motion cannot be stopped. What I have prepared for you is better than what you left behind. You are not at the end of your best days. You still have the best ahead of you. Something new is beginning right now. Do you sense it? I am making a way in the wilderness. I am bringing streams into the dry places. I am returning to you what the long seasons took away. What was broken is being restored. What was lost is being recovered. What seemed like it was gone for good is coming back to life. I want you to let that sink in for a moment, not as a passing phrase, as a real promise from someone who does not break his word. Think of the things you quietly stopped hoping for, the dreams you filed away, the prayers you eventually stopped praying because they felt too costly to keep believing. I have not forgotten any of them. I have been holding them carefully, and I am beginning to release them back into your life, one by one, in the right order, at the right time. You are not starting over. You are stepping into what has always been yours. The season of lack is ending, and what I bring is not only material. Joy is coming in abundance. Peace is coming in abundance. Purpose and meaning and direction are all coming. You will not just survive anymore, you will flourish. I made you for joy. I made you to experience the fullness of life in me. Yes, there is pain in the world. There is hardship and real difficulty. But I have overcome the world. And through me, you share in that victory. In me, you can find peace even in the middle of chaos. You can find joy even when you are grieving. You can find hope even when everything looks impossible. I am not a distant God who watches from far away. I am near. I am closer than your next breath. I am in the room with you right now. I know the exact weight you have been carrying. I know what kept you up at night. I know what you have been afraid to ask for because you were not sure you deserved it. I know all of it, and I am still here. I am still for you. I am still at work on your behalf. I am your rock in every storm. I am your shelter in every battle. Come to me. Let me be your refuge. I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. I will be with you until the very end. This is my promise. I do not change. I do not forget. I do not fail. You can trust me. Your hope in me is never wasted. From the beginning, I made people for closeness with me. Sin separated us, but my Son opened the way back. through his sacrifice and resurrection, the door was opened again. You can come to me without fear now. You can speak to me directly. You can call me Father. Not because of anything you did, because of everything he did for you. I want you to receive that today, not just as a doctrine you know in your head, but as a truth that settles into your heart. You are not on the outside looking in. You are not waiting to be invited. You are already welcome. You already belong. The door is not cracked open for you. It is wide open, and I am on the other side. Not as a judge waiting to find fault, but as a father who has been watching for you to come home. You are loved. You are welcome. You are forgiven. You are chosen. You are called. You are equipped. You have been sent, now live from that truth. Walk in the strength I have placed in you. Let your life carry the light of what I have poured into you, not through perfect performance, not through pretending, but through genuine, humble dependence on me. I will work in you and through you. I will guide you and provide for you. I will go before you and walk beside you. I will be with you through all of it. There is nothing in your story that I cannot use. There is nothing you have been through that I cannot redeem. The years that felt wasted are not wasted with me. The seasons that broke you are being rebuilt by my hands. The things that were taken are not gone forever. I am the God who restores. I am the God who makes all things new. And I am making things new in you right now. This is not the end of your story. It is not even close. This is a turning point. This is where the page turns. This is the place you will look back on someday and say, that was when everything began to change. Rise now, my child. Stand in the truth of who I made you to be. Rise in the calling I have placed on your life. Rise in the love that has covered you through every season. Now is the time. The season is here. Have courage and step into it. Have boldness and walk forward. Have joy as you enter it. This is not a burden you are carrying. This is a gift you are receiving. Carry it with open hands. Walk forward with a quiet and steady confidence. I am with you when I am for you. Nothing can stand against you. No mistake from your past. No fear you carry now. No worry about what is ahead. I am greater than all of it. I am the beginning and the end. I am the one who was and is to come. And I am with you. Who can be against you if I am for you? No weapon formed against you will succeed. Every word spoken against you will fall. When you walk through deep waters, I will be with you. The rivers will not overwhelm you. When you pass through fire, you will not be burned. I am the Lord your God. I am holding your right hand. Do not be afraid. I will help you. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not life, not death, not what has happened, not what is coming, not anything in all creation. That love is yours. It cannot be taken. It will not run out. It is yours now and always. As this word comes to a close, I want to give you one final moment to stand in everything we have spoken about together. Type these words in the comments right now. I step into my season, not someday, not maybe. Right now, as your declaration of faith, as your answer to heaven, as your signal that the waiting is behind you and the season is here. And before you go, think of someone who needs to hear this. Someone who has been waiting too long, someone who almost gave up. Someone who needs to know that their delay is not a verdict against them. Maybe it is a friend who has been carrying something heavy in silence. Maybe it is a family member who stopped talking about their dreams because it felt safer not to hope. Maybe it is someone you have not spoken to in a while, but who has been on your mind. That pull you feel toward them right now is not a coincidence. Send them this video, not by accident, with intention. When you share this word, something moves, not just for them, for you. What you give away does not diminish what you have. It multiplies it when you become a carrier of hope for someone else. Hope increases in your own life. Sharing opens the door for more. Do it now before the day moves on. Let this word go where it needs to go. Let it land where it was always meant to land. And as we close, I want to give you one final moment to stand in everything we have spoken about together. And if this message has carried you today, if it reached you at a moment when you needed it, I want to ask you one final time to consider supporting this work through the link in the pinned comment. Whether by buying us a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of this community, your support keeps this light on for someone who is still in the dark. 2 Corinthians 9:7 says God loves a cheerful giver. What you release in faith returns to you multiplied. Every seed you plant into this mission becomes a message that reaches someone who is still waiting to hear that they are not forgotten. Take that step now. The link is in the pinned comment. Type these words in the comments right now. I step into my season. Not someday, not maybe, right now, as your declaration of faith, as your answer to heaven, as your signal that the waiting is behind you. And the season is here. Go now. Live it. I am with you every step of the way.